Hello, hello. Greetings to you all. To all a good day. Okay. More Danganronpa. Looking forward to it. Need to see if my theory is correct. Oh, beauty. Okay. I think we're about ready to go. There, let us begin. Yes, yes. Man. Never actually watched that show. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. My name is Kurt, aka KRMB, and when we last left off, we did all of the investigating around the third trial, and now here we are, the trial itself. So, as per usual, I'll be going through the e-handbook and checking out everything to make sure that we are all up to date. So yeah, let's get into it. So, actually, before I do that real quick, how do I... Oh yeah, I buy skills here. I only have 2, though. Yeah, you want downshift, upshift. I don't think either of them are particularly good. Moonsault. What's that? Increases jumping power. Effective during logic dive. Okay, sure. Maybe that'll be useful. I do not remember what logic dive is. It's been too long, so maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? And what else do I want? I want troop bullets. Right. So, Monokuma file number 3. There are 2 victims this time, Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Saionji. Ibuki Miyoda's cause of death was crushed windpipe as a result of choking. There are no other external injuries. Hiyoko Saionji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. It appears her death was instant. Blood on soles. There were bloodstains on the soles of Ibuki's feet. Rope used for hanging. The rope used for hanging, according to Mikan, there is no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Hanging herself or being hung from it. The key to the motel room that Hiyoko was staying in. It was buried deep inside her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. A thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the batten lighting. A black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It is not wide enough to reach the sides of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket, and not something that was originally here. A stepladder was found on the music venue stage, tipped on its side. On its left side, a slight blood stain can be seen. A candle was found at the front of the music venue stage. It looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance camera video was actually light from this candle. A surveillance camera unit put inside the music venue for communication purposes. It's been smashed to pieces and no longer works. The AC was cranked up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It was extremely hot inside the music venue because of that. Evidence that a bloodstain was wiped off the floor of the music venue stage. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. A strange glob that was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Mikan's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. The video that Hajime saw at the hospital. It shows a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head as they willingly climb a stepladder toward a noose. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find any. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. So, those two accounts are basically, I think the only reason that these would be used is in order to check these two's alibi. There is nothing else in there except for their own alibis. So, curious. Sonia's account. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue's storage room. The invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. One ticket was passed out per person and the date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. Monokuma's account. A Monomi tote bag that was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it. The movie that Monokuma directed. There were a total of 3 deaths in the movie. First, Monomi Scarecrow died by hanging herself. Next, Monomi Lion was pumped full of arrows. Finally, Monomi Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces. Yes, so that is all of our truth bullets. That's our ammo for this mission. So, well, how's my pet doing? Pet's doing fine, that's great. Right, so before I go into the trial itself, let me recap my current theory. Now, it's not really, it's very much a theory because I have very little evidence to support it, but the movie that Monokuma showed us had... Actually, let me open that back up again. The Wizard of Monomi. So basically, my entire theory is based around this, as well as a couple of other things. But the main crux of it is this. So, Monomi Lion was pumped full of arrows. The game specifically says that is Hifumi. Monomi Lion, no, Monomi Scarecrow is obviously Ibuki hanging herself. Now here's where my theories come in. Monomi Tin Man getting chopped into metal pieces is actually Peko from the previous trial. Then there were 2 other things that happened. The first was someone got beaten up, got beaten to a pulp, which can reference Nekomaru or Akane. It doesn't matter which is which. Just the fact that it references that is good enough, because it is my theory that at the very end of the movie, what happens is that Monokuma is crowned and he is draped in royal red. And I think that means that is pointing directly at Sonia as the killer. So there's not really much that points exactly to her, except for the only person that things really point to is sorry, I forgot his name. What is it? Where are you? Kazuichi. Yeah. So Kazuichi is the world's greatest mechanic. He is the ultimate mechanic. So and Kazuichi, we know for a fact, has a hard-on for Sonia. We know this for a fact. It's been detailed many times before. So, whereas nothing points to Sonia being the killer, there are things that point to Kazuichi. For a start, the semi-transparent glob. That sounds kind of like a... That sounds like something that a mechanic would know about. A sealant for a door that isn't exactly glue. Where was it? Oh, the way that the surveillance monitor, instead of it showing the current, what was currently happening at the music venue, it instead showed what had previously been recorded in the hospital conference room, which we know for a fact that's what happened. That requires some technical know-how, and Kazuichi was the one who set up the surveillance equipment in the first place. So that points to him. What else? Okay, I think that's about it. I think that there's one or two other things, if I remember rightly. But I don't remember off the top of my head what they were. But anyway, that's basically it. Some things point to the mechanic, but the movie points to Sonya. So, so my guess is Sonya is the murderer, Kazuichi is the accomplice. There you go. Alright, and with that, I think it's about time to go. Yep. Let me set my skills. Do I need... Oh, I actually have a good amount of... Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. So I actually have a good amount of maximum skill points for some reason. Where was the one that I just got? Effective during logic stuff. Okay, sure. Honestly, don't know how useful that's going to be, but here we go. Yeah, let's get into it. I am ready, game. I am ready. My body is prepared.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh, and by the way, obviously, that is a royal chair. That very much is a throne right there. And the walls, they are obviously castle walls. Monokuma changes the courtroom for every single trial. This one, he just randomly chose a regal courtroom. Sonya, being a princess, kind of points to her. Just a little bit. But anyway, let's continue.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
That's a lie.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
What? Oh, yeah, because of his, thing. Right, his disease. But the problem is, he had just as much time to investigate as we did. So, I'm wondering why he's playing at.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Well, Akane's just
You're
out there,
fine.
so.
Your head's empty anyway.
Well, I said it
Empty head?
more kindly than that.
What's wrong with that?
What?
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments.
Oh, really?
Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Sure. You did it. Chiaki did it.
Then,
She's the killer.
let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
He's not going to
We headed
mention
over
the
to
fact that
hospital, and after we
he
confirmed
almost
his
smothered
recovery,
him with her tits.
I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I
You're not
rushed out of
gonna
the
mention
hospital
the
and ran
news?
to where the video was being
And
recorded. The music video.
most important part.
But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the
Oh.
handbag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
I actually just noticed the hemp bag, I think, is the wrong way around from the video as well. Wasn't it like that has it like face on, whereas I think in the video it was like 90 degrees. Isn't that right? Interesting.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me
Various
out.
ways, eh?
Various ways?
Don't say
Kazuichi,
it like
don't.
that and confuse people.
After I heard
Aw,
from those two that Ibuki disappeared,
he stole my
I had
joke.
a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
Well, aren't you wrong?
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not
Lower
just
down the
that,
volume there a little bit.
her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Oh, first of all,
How do I know anything Hajime just said is true? Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the
yeah,
story
we
I
need to
just
defend
heard
ourselves
is
first.
clearly suspicious.
Obviously.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
That
Do you
we're
doubt
the
me?
killer.
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
No, I just noticed that the portraits are actually at head height for each of the people. It's interesting. It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. I didn't really have a choice. Hotel room key, B&B invitation ticket. Nothing really jumps out.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hang on a second.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
May's the only one.
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
I'm a witch. I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere. I need to find that and break through.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hang on, I need to go through that again.
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hung
Oh shit, I
himself-
didn't mean to do that.
That would also be a lie.
Wait.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would
Hajime is the only
lie?
witness.
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime...
The fact that the bodies were in means it probably is Hajime's.
Ah, got it. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Took me a bit.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Movie's invitation
Hajime's
ticket.
testimony is a lie. And the fact that
Right.
That would also.
Get over
I
here.
don't think I can... After all,
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of...
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No,
Oh.
that's wrong.
Sorry, my movie ticket has a date on it. Suck it.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
Nikito's such an asshole. Like, what was the point?
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Yep. I feel the same,
Nagito,
Kazuichi.
what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Why does
Well,
Mikan
so
look
let's
constantly
do a
terrified?
warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Hey, Jeremiah! How's it going,
man.
Firewall?
I just think warming
Good to
up
see
is
you, good
really
to see you.
important, especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
I'm doing good, Firewall. I'm
Well
doing
then,
good. How are you doing?
Since we know Hajime's testimony
Everything's up.
is
Everything's
reliable,
great on my end.
let us move on to the arguments.
So this means he
How's the Jeremiah?
definitely climbed the step ladder.
Just
all
looking
by
down those like
herself,
those
right?
fumes.
Yeah, I'm
Those
positive.
fumes.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Oh,
Like I said before,
it is, but
it's pretty clear what the
very
problem with
difficult.
this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask
That's a lot.
Hajime.
Well, that sounds like a
How
nice
long
day
would
to me.
you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Hmm.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Yeah, how'd they get it? Oh, yeah, they just waited until everybody
what do
popped
you mean
in.
a closed room?
Right, forgot
The
about
killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
that. Wait, hang on. No, they didn't. The sealant thing, the glob. There's no reason why that would have had to have been applied from the inside, is there? That's... Yeah, there... I mean, I don't think there is. Huh. Interesting.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
I'm starting to think not necessarily.
If
But,
that's the
okay.
case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Huh. Well, this is a turnip for books. I wasn't expecting the game to accuse them so soon. Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Me too?
I don't really like to sleep a lot during the day. When I do that, I get the feeling that I'm wasting time, even if I do like to sleep. Yeah, I do feel the same way. I mean, sleep is always fun, but yeah, I do like to spend my days doing something other than sleep. And yeah, Sonia and Kazuichi, actually. Which means that the fact that they're being accused so early is kind of putting a pin in that, but we'll see.
What the hell? Why is it gonna be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki,
I know for a
Mikan,
fact that
Hajime,
the
and I
alibis
all
don't
broke
actually
down the
matter.
venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
I think Akane
There's
and
another
Nagito are
person
the
who
only
doesn't
ones.
have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
No.
Me too.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
No, I don't think so, Manomi.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Yeah.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Ooh, I guess not. Okay. Motel key. Semi-transparent glob, please. Thank you. I mean, that's basically how I wake up in the morning with a
The killer was
semi-transparent
still
glob.
inside the music
Okay.
venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep
That's
us
actually
from
where I do
getting
it,
in.
but whatever. That's the thing, if people get
Seems
accused
they were
early in
trying to
trial, they're
stall for
probably not
time.
them assuming that person doesn't
How
come
did
up
they
later
lock
in
the
trial.
door?
Yeah.
That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
No, I'm afraid that's incorrect. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still inside
Semi-transparent
the
glob.
music venue.
It
By
was...
locking the door from the inside.
Oh, shit. Okay, I can just do
No, that's wrong.
that. It was the way that the door was stuck closed. That's why. Basically,
Hold on a
like,
sec.
sealant.
There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably... glue.
I see.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah,
Glue.
I think so too.
I mean,
had
she
a
tasted
firm,
it.
gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
You put it in your mouth? Come on, say it.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
Come on, somebody call her out.
I didn't know glue was edible.
Okay, they called her out.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That
Well, how
glue
would
is
you
only
know? You
applied
probably
to
just
the
eat
areas
cake,
where
don't you?
both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue
I
door
mean,
from the
Chiaki chewed up
outside.
that glob, so it's not that bad of an existence.
And thanks to that,
Glue either.
a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
I mean, she's a cute glue eater, so you can't really blame her.
Able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
You've been had,
First of all,
Fuyuhiko.
Didn't that drumstick
You
we
have
found
been
seem
had.
really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying
Chiaki's
the
best
drumstick
girl.
was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
You did.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Ah, Kazuichi.
Metaphoro, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Well, thank you, Manomi, for that
During the
pointless.
10 minutes Hajime
Why
left
was
the
it pink
venue,
tinged?
The killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Hmm.
Even quick work has limits.
I'm guessing this is where we bring in the curtain.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Yeah, probably. Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Nagito would make a
Is that
fantastic
what we found in the baton library music
detective
venue?
if he wasn't such a
That's
weirdo.
right, but just
This
what
case is
this
weird. It is.
scrap
Sonia's
anyway?
Twitch account is saved so Kazuichi can simp once more. That scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Oh, I know. Oh please! Oh, I hate this. I really hate this one though. Okay. What's the question? What was the ripped piece of paper? Wallpaper, maybe? Wait. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, I think. Yeah. Cool. Wallpaper. Got it. Let me just put you over there, and put you down here. Put you up here, waiting for an A. That isn't gonna... Oh, shit, there goes my A. Well, shit. Oh, shit. No, I tried to get it... Okay. Come on. Give me another A, please. I mean, I can just let them hit. It doesn't matter. Come on. Give me an A game, for heaven's sake. Thank you. And... now we're looking for L's, please. 2 L's to be exact. Come on. Beautiful. No. Oh, just got there in time. Now I need a P, please. P, please, card. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I missed that one, too. No, I missed that one. Okay, things are starting to go a little bit wrong, but it's fine. Need another P. Need an E somewhere, please. Beautiful. Thank you. And an R. And we are golden. Bloody hell. Woo!
I got it.
I see. You're doing really good at this Hangman's Gamba. I've seen some people need 30 minutes
Isn't
to
it
do.
part of the wallpaper
Not
in
just
the
one
storage
L
room?
to Oh, thank you, Firewall.
In the music venue storage room. There's shimmering black
Yeah,
wallpaper
I don't know.
that's the same color as
I
that
think
scrap.
most of it's luck, honestly. Like you saw there for a moment when I kind of stopped But no, I didn't stop. But like suddenly I had like 3 explosions at once. Like if you, the longer the game goes, the harder it's gonna get, you know. So having the letter you need come up quickly is kind of important. In the music venue storage room, there should have been a black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
Yeah! We did it!
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Shut up, Nikito.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Do you get the feeling that he's just being ridiculously condescending at this point? Like, I could imagine at the start he was actually like deferential to a certain degree, but at this point he's just taking the mick. That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? Obviously. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Deep dive? Yep. Okay, how do you play this again? Okay. Alright. Whee! Oh shit! I pressed the wrong button. Doesn't Nagito look like somebody? Yeah, he does kind of look like Makoto, yeah. I haven't forgotten that. But I don't know. It's just weird. I'm just putting that out of my mind. The game will answer that at some point, maybe. Oh shit, I thought that was... why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was hidden. Whee! Ooh, we zoom in now. Ooh, we zoom in. Come on, give me the next question, please. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of slow at the same time. It's weird. This minigame. Probably my favorite minigame from the new one. What's the killer use to hide her body? Wallpaper! E. Alright. What do we got next? Come on. Give me a... Question 3. How'd the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? Ooh, that's actually a good question. But I think they formed a wall. That's probably correct. It could be either, honestly. Okay, fair enough. It could have been either. And Nagito was taking the piss this whole time. Even the elevator who's just pissing himself like the other guy that pissed himself until age 14. Not the bear to use a motive for murder. Ah, shit. I was too busy looking at... Ah! I tried to make it. I was too busy reading Fireball's comment. I did it! Took me longer than it should have, but I did it. Whee! Bear wants to use that as a motive for murder. Yeah. Logic 5 is one of the actual fun minigames of the series, and it does sort of come back in the third game. Oh, good. If it was faster, it would be more fun. But if it was faster, it would be more difficult as well, so eh.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it. along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
You're not
So
gonna
they
go
used the
around
baton
measuring the
lighting on
pillars
the
while there's a
ceiling to hang the
corpse
wallpaper?
hanging from the ceiling.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So
Well,
using it to hang
slightly
the
imperfect.
wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece?
Here we go.
The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
That's true. That's
You're
copyright
pretty
violation.
noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Moss
I
balls.
don't eat
Nice.
mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Hang on a sec. So, the bag in the cinema, we were given the, we were given the option of buying that or the badge, and dude chose badge. But that was because, but we did that so that we wouldn't have to watch the movie. So, does that mean that the person who bought the bag never watched the movie? So there's one person who watched the movie and one person who didn't watch the movie? Interesting. Getting taped up after death matches the lion's death.
It's as if
Be
both
gone!
crimes were
What?
replicas of
Yep.
scenes from the movie. Although
Already banned.
The mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Hmm. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie. I should be able to explain that now. Oh. Hide the weapon to let their accomplice escape. Oh. Because they like movies? They like movies?
Crap.
Okay. I genuinely don't know. Mix up the killing order?
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I can still see him in
The
research.
reason the
Yeah,
killer
I can still see him
imitates
too,
Hyoko
but
murders from the movie was so
whatever.
to mix up the killing order.
actually, maybe I can do some.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Okay, well, there
A
goes that.
valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Well, thank you for deigning
Not
to
even
listen to us,
crying.
Gundam.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
The more people who die, the more
What a
screen
jerk.
time Gundam gets. And honestly, I'm down. I'm here for it.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means
Yeah.
when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Ah.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
What the hell does that mean?
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
The order in which the victims were
Man,
killed is always known as it
annoying
seems.
again.
Yeah, I figured it. I
First
figured out
and
which
foremost,
came
you
first.
claim Ibuki's
Pretty
feet
quickly
were
though, so
touching the floor
the
when
gamer
Hiyoko was
put the
killed.
breeder on the spot. Yep.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Dancing.
It seems you
Stepping in
suffer
blood.
from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Alright, give me them slippers. Give me them slippers, please. Blood on the souls. Yep. How do you do the quick thing anyway?
When Hiyoko died,
Oh. Ah, there you go.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor,
Hmm.
was there any sign she stepped on something?
Oh, yes, there
Were
is.
there even any footprints at the crime scene?
So that's what I need to do.
Maybe
I
her
need to
feet were
agree
on
with
the floor.
Sonia before
She
I
was, like, sitting or
execute
something.
her. Gun, we don't know anything about
So
being
instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
referencing.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Gundam's so weird. Jackie said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true? Yes, it
When
is.
Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
Yeah, she was
If her
the living
feet were on
undead.
the floor,
Okay, here we go.
was there any sign she stepped on something?
Damn it.
Were there even any footprints
Damn
at
it.
the crime scene?
Maybe her
Okay.
feet were, but she was like
Fast
sitting,
forward.
So instead, there'd be weak, weak.
It doesn't even
Wait,
pierce
wait,
my
wait, wait,
heart.
wait, 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 wait. It's just me, or is this very
Hiyoko got Ibuki's
simple?
feet.
I am telling you to.
Did you see her walk?
If her
Hmm.
feet was there any
Oh,
sign
to be
she-
fair-
were there even any
Maybe her feet were.
Oh,
on the
wait,
floor,
hang on.
But she was like sitting or something.
Oh shit,
So
I
instead,
went past it because I was
Weak. It doesn't even
I
pierce my
was
heart.
thinking. Okay. Yuki, abandoning. Yeah.
when Hiyoko died.
Gonna, we should really
Ibuki's
stop
feet were
role
on the
playing in the
I am
court.
telling you to present your evidence.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you
think
see
he's
her
going to.
walking?
Ooh.
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
There,
I agree with that.
there you go. It was different there for a second, so I stopped myself.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
Hmm.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
You'd know.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Oh, now Gundam's getting on my
Is that
case.
it? A shepherd
They're
dressed
just
in
dip
his
the souls
Sunday's
receptors in blood.
finest
They don't
still
actually
reeks
step in
of
blood, right?
lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But
Gundam, please
are
stop
you
taking notes
sure,
for your
Kid
drama
Shark?
class.
If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
This guy watched way too much Dragon Ball Z as a kid.
The time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
And here we go with the worst possible minigame. Oh no, this is alright. Okay. Rope fuse for hanging, smudge on the floor. Smudge on the floor, I think.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there.
Ah,
Just
I see. I see.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay.
You're
Is
saying
this
the blood
a
on
trap?
Ibuki's... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Indeed.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't
Wait,
have
is that
proof of
the
that
end
at
of
all.
the minigame thing?
Yes, I do.
Or is there another one?
If you look
There's usually
close,
2 or 3,
there's
isn't
a
there?
streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same
Funny
time.
Monokuma allowed Gundam to carry his cosplaying notes with him.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it.
I mean,
and
let's
the killer
face it.
probably didn't
Monokuma
even
just finds
realize
that
it.
even more entertaining.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
I mean, it's painfully obvious, but okay.
Was running inside the music venue, so it would
You're
scare
killing me with the
Mikon's
minigames right now.
autopsy?
It's not that hard.
That's right.
That one's definitely not that hard.
I know the time of death because of the heater.
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Then it
Yep.
probably
Since
isn't
we
when
have
you
all
saw
this
it.
evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Ah, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Yeah,
Hey,
he basically
If
has
the
the
victim
same
actually
trip.
committed suicide,
Friendly
what are we
for him
supposed
is
to do?
and a guide to beat the sword minigame. Aww.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it.
That's
a
weird.
suicide means you've killed the most
It's really not
important
difficult.
existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Never in my life ever
Nagito,
an entire game guide
what
on
do you
YouTube
mean?
channel.
If the victim actually committed suicide.
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Then what's the point in killing?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Yeah. People
She
would only
was
kill in order to
afflicted
get off
by
the
despair
island.
disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Yeah, she could have been told to
But if
kill someone,
Ibuki's
but
the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
true.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive.
Yes.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
Well, she could have, technically, if she had a harness, but
If she was going to
Nah.
fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
what the hell is Nagito trying here?
I see.
Like,
So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
what was the point of all that?
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
I didn't know how
If
to chain up a
Ibuki
combo.
didn't commit suicide. And just what was that video Hajime saw? According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Yeah, you see, it's so like the handles of the bag are at the neck and at the back of the neck and at the front of the neck, whereas for Ibuki the handles are on her shoulders. Maybe Ibuki just has a really strong windpipe. Yeah, wasn't there a guy who survived like 4 hangings or something? Isn't that something that happened? Yeah, interesting.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
We should figure out who was able to do something. Good idea, McCann. Yep, never would have thought of it.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Oh, Sonya's trying to take charge now, huh?
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
One study of people who experienced near hanging or were treated appropriate at hospital found that 77% of them survived. Interesting. But that's near hanging. So I suppose if you crush the windpipe, then you're gone. But if you manage to not crush your windpipe, then... Or actually, snapping the neck is probably the bigger one. If you don't get a clean snap, then you could be struggling there for a while. As far as I know. I've never experienced it. Yeah.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
Nope.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
What's that, 9 o'clock?
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then,
I'm
we
afraid
just
not.
have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Sonia, you're being really sus right now. Just twist her around and Boogie tied the noose around her neck. It's not impossible to assume that, right? It's not. No, you're correct. But the problem, Firewall, is that we know for a fact that it wasn't Ibuki in that video. We established this. It was pre-recorded in the hospital conference room. We know for a fact that that isn't Ibuki in the video. I was just pointing it out as an interesting little thing. As an interesting side thing. But yeah, we know for a fact that it's not Ibuki. Yeah, no need to argue about it. I appreciate you trying though. I appreciate you trying to confuse me some more. I definitely need that. Yeah, and Sonia's acting so sus right now. She has literally never acted like this before. Ever. Okay, whatever. Let's commence the operation then. Make your arguments. Sonia movie surveillance monitor video?
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
Well,
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
If nobody has an alibi. Person doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right
Sonia's
before
account.
the morning announcement.
Hang on a sec. Let me take a look at Sonia's account. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have anything about an alibi here, does it? But it doesn't have anything that says that she wasn't... Yoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the... Actually, yeah, that actually puts her with Yoko shortly before the murder. Huh. Interesting. I really don't like how the game is pointing at Sonia so much. I don't want it to do it. Snap your neck, that doesn't actually mean death necessarily. That is true. Absolutely. It could just mean being paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of your life. Or if you have a really good surgeon, then maybe you can get away with it a little bit. But yeah, it definitely doesn't mean death. But here's the thing. If you are being hung from the neck, then it probably does. Because if you're being hung, then somebody wants you dead. You know? And if your neck just snaps, then you're just going to choke. There's nothing you can do. And yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's get off the topic of suicide now, because this wasn't a suicide. We know that for a fact. Let's go with Sonia's account. She doesn't actually have one.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
Yeah.
if nobody has an alibi, then
Oh! Nobody has an alibi.
Crap!
Okay, I made a mistake there then.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
You were sleeping.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
Sleeping.
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
I can
That's
agree
not
with
an
him on my own
alibi.
cottage, but I don't want to.
aside from those
That's even your
afflicted
true
by the
name.
disease,
It probably isn't.
if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
If nobody has an alibi. Nobody has an alibi. You, Sonia, Soda. Yeah.
We can
Person that
exclude the
doesn't have
sick
an
people like
alibi.
me and Akane, right?
And what
Surveillance
about the
monitor
others?
Video.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Fuyuhiko's account.
Everyone at the motel was doing that.
What does Fuyuhiko's account look like? Fuyuhiko's account. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Buki. What if I use Fuyuhiko's account on Fuyuhiko? Sonia Soda. What if I use Fuyuhiko's account of Fuyuhiko? No, I'm supposed to say that somebody has an alibi. I think. So the only one who has an alibi, I think, is that he had super. I think the only one who actually has an alibi is me and Mikan. Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital, check on everyone, and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. Okay, let's start with that. If nobody has an alibi, well, Mikan does. Let's start there. Mikan's accounts.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
Oh, that works.
That's wrong.
Cool.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Alright, just have to swap my perspective a little bit.
Both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Yep, each other.
Until I saw that hanging video. Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
And here comes
Hey,
the... Yeah,
What kind of situation is that?
there you go.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Chiaki.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
Chiaki's
And we went
blank
to the
expression.
hospital together
That's nice.
afterward,
Anyway,
so we were
where
together
did
until
I
right before the announcement.
where did I leave my chainsaw? Somebody can somebody give me that great book by Sayaka, How to Dismember a Boyfriend? Went to the hospital together, so we were together until right before the
I
announcement.
get it. You guys have alibis.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
I mean, come on,
It
would you give
feels
up
like
the Subby GF for a
Operation
Gamer
Destroy the
GF?
weakest alibi has
I
backed us
mean-
into a corner instead.
I wouldn't, but I can see the
But
appeal.
Committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process?
Premeditated. That's what that was.
Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are
Yeah.
you saying there was
at
another
that.
reason?
That could be like playing DVD
I feel
today,
really bad
Hajime,
for
and I'm the
confusing you
serial
guys
killer.
so much. That's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? Huh. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? It is the Trappity Trap. Fast trial suspended.
Hiya!
And with that, I'm going to put a cut in this video for now. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that stuff. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. So much family drama. Ugh. Alright. Hello. everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. My name is Kieran, aka Kieran B, and when we last left off, we were in the middle of a class trial, so let's get back into it. Monokuma, why?
Hello there, Manomi. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What's that? Now then, Manomi's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then... I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
Is that a Dragon Ball Z reference? What were their names? 17, 16, 18, something around there?
What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
I like how she called herself Usami, though, rather than Manomi. Yeah, let's save. Let's try resumed.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
Is 18 younger than 17?
Seriously.
I have no idea.
The king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
Because you suck.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Do your best, everyone. I'm just going to be over here watching. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Android 18 and 17, I mean, yes, that makes sense. That Android 18 is younger than 17 because it's like models. Like Android 17 is Android Model 17, and Android 18 is Android Model 18. So that makes sense. But yeah, honestly, I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z fan. Or Dragon Ball fan. The only reason I know something about the show is because I played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is actually a really good game. Really fun. Does something like that even exist?
It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Kill him, Kazuichi. You may have already done it.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
She's described to be cyborgs because they're humans with many mechanical
the
parts.
lion that got killed second.
Ah, okay.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Neat. Wait, how did the first...
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Oh! Actually, hang on. Baka was skewered. Baka was actually skewered. Like that. Huh. Interesting, but let's just leave that aside.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Ooh, spicy. Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Oh, I know. Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
Actually, hang on. Did I skip one there by accident? No, I didn't.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hiyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this, I need to find that out, no matter the cost. You already know, dude. You already know. Oh, shit.
Why did Hiyoko?
Motel room key? No, none of those are correct.
Know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
No.
If that's not it,
Oh, maybe, actually.
maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or
It was right in the middle?
she
Okay.
was guided by the will of causality.
Alright. I need to find out why Hiyoko went to the music venue first.
Why did Hiyoko
Huh.
go to the music
Actually, hang on.
venue?
Blood and
There's no way
Souls,
we'd know that.
Wizard of Minomi, music
Maybe
venue
the killer
curtain.
summoned
No.
her.
So,
If that's not it,
Bloody Souls,
maybe she
mate.
got
Nah.
abducted by the killer.
Souls ain't got nothing
No,
to do with it.
maybe. She went of her own free will.
I definitely need to take something. What? Oh, can I
She was
not do
guided by
that
the will of
with...
causality.
Hang on, can I not do that with ones I agree with? Is that a rule?
Go to the music venue? There's no way we'd.
Maybe
Hang on
the
a sec.
killer summoned her.
If that's not
Yeah, no,
it,
it doesn't look like
maybe
it.
she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe.
Oh, okay.
She went of her own free will.
Scrap of thick paper, music venue curtain, surveillance camera.
guided by the
Oh,
will
there's
of
actually more,
causality.
but
Why did Hiyoko
none of them really
go to the music
say
venue?
anything to me except for the motel room key. So
No way we'd know
let's just go with that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not, maybe she got abducted.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
Okay, cool. Break. Probably just need to
It's
agree
just
it
as
with
Sonya
somebody.
said.
You don't need to
She went to
absorb
the music
anything.
venue
Yeah,
of her
yeah.
own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
They might
There's
leave it
no
if they
way
were
she got
very,
abducted?
very... Oh, no.
Hiyoko locked the room
I
she
was
was
about to
staying
say...
in before
I was
she went
about
out.
to be mean.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Did you kill her, Sonia?
Then
Yeah,
they couldn't have hidden her
it's
room
about
key
time.
that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
Hmm.
I won't lose. Are you
Oh, boy.
saying my
Here we go.
gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Kane, come on.
That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Ugh. Okay. Rebuttal showdown. Stepladder, candle, smudged for... Oof. Sonia's account. Should do it.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
Advance.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Okay.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The
Not
killer
her fault.
probably
She
didn't
decided
realize
to
she
eat the
even had
dictionary
the
we
key.
have you instead of reading.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's box. Her kimono. There's only one reason
Oh,
her
shit.
kimono would be that messed up. She thought that's the proof she was abducted.
Hang on a sec.
My gut is totally right after all.
Yeah, I made a mistake there. So this is the final stretch of Akane's argument. She's finally revealed her ace in the hole. There's clearly a contradiction in what she just said. I just need to tell.
Try remembering Hiyoko's. Her kimono was all. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut
Incorrect.
through those words. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Allows to cut you
Yeah,
with this
she went to the
metaphorical
venue on
sword.
her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
I'll take the
Hajime,
third option.
Now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Oh, shut up, Kazuichi. I was joking. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Oh, shit just got real.
Captain, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Oh, Kazuichi's getting burned.
Overlooked no less than 10 opportunities
6
to
feet
kill
into your mouth.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
No.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose
incorrect.
ends?
Because
It
her
probably
thing was
happened
tied.
when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
I finally
The killer
under.
most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation.
By the way, I finally understood why her kimono had the knot at the front. It was because she was doing it in the mirror. She was doing her ribbon in the mirror. That's why the knot is in the front, rather than at the back.
Killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they
Okay,
imitated the
Gundam is
movie to falsify the
a
murder
D&D
scenes.
player, so who would actually win?
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Well, it depends on whether or not Gundam is into LARPing, and just how serious he is at that. I'm just saying.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
No, shut up.
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion.
Hmm?
Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I think we already agreed on that.
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene.
Hmm?
But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
Okay, Nagito is either the stupidest person on the planet, or he's just so incredibly annoying.
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
Somebody forced her to commit suicide. That's it. Probably.
So
Yeah.
that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Yep.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Seriously, what is up with this guy?
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
Well, you'll find something really interesting about Nagito's condition. Huh. I see, it's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. This is Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why? Why weren't there any footprints on the step ladder? Oh.
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah.
You lost against the
that
D&D
stepladder
players,
was completely
putting
clean.
you with
No
arson,
footprints or
magical
bloodstains
arson.
at all.
I wouldn't worry about Kazuichi. He's just arson around. I stole that from Wallace and Gromit. Curse of the Were Rabbit. Really good movie.
Do you notice noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? I love that face. Just like, huh? What? Go away, please. You're obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Kameda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. Yeah.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Yeah, Chiaki, we already know this.
So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
Oh, I know. So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Well, thank you for your permission, Sonia. I didn't ask.
I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. And if the blood on Ibuki's souls were dried out beforehand, then she would have had to take off the slippers, walk up the ladder, dry them off, walk up the ladder, hang herself, and then put them back on again. Like, the blood only got onto her soles because the blood was wet. So she would literally have to step in the blood, step out of her slippers to take them off, pick up the slippers, dry them out, and then hang herself and put them back on again. Doesn't really work. I'm the only one who can clear that up. Yep. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it. I know. Ooh, I know. Pick me. The hanging video that I saw. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Spot selection. Okay, well, the blood there is one thing, but let's... okay, well, I can't go for the light source, sadly. And I can't move the camera, I don't think. Okay, let's just go with the bloodstain.
Here!
Jackie didn't even tell you to do your best, but to not fuck this up.
That's right, I remember now.
I pick you.
There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
Yes. I would
What's
gladly.
strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Great that Hajime has such an amazing attention
There
to
weren't
detail
any
when it comes to
bloodstains on the
his
stepladder in the video.
memories.
It was completely clean.
Is he like the ultimate memorizer or something?
Strange.
The ultimate
If
photographic
the video
memory?
showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
I wonder if somebody's actually going to use Nagito as an accomplice at some point.
There's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you
no,
find another step
No,
ladder?
oh no,
There was
step
only
ladders.
one
I am
step
stuck.
ladder in the
Please
music
help.
And one of the stepladders was
I'm stuck
somewhere
in the
other
wall
than the
between
music
these two
venue.
rooms. Please help, step ladders.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
Oh,
That's
differences.
amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
No. Shut up.
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Jackie said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing the place where the killer did something. Is... what? Two stepladder, not two ladders, two stepladder. Hospital? H-S-P-I... I don't know. Hospital. Meeting room? No. Conference? No, I don't think that fits either. That was just basically a guess. Let's do that. Oh, F. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, just in time. Okay, you do that. You do that. F. F, 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 F. Okay, F-I. Ah, I tried to juggle them. Didn't work. Phil? Oh, filming location. That? Oh, I didn't mean to take that. Hang on. Let me take this. Okay, filming location. Alright, let's go with that. I... No, I didn't mean to press that button. I meant to get rid of it. Okay. Filming. Okay, now we need a G. Thank you. Now we need an L. Oh shit! I actually misread that. Okay. Whoops. Now I'm just trying to survive real quick. There's L's. Okay. Now I need an O. Ah, shit, I lost my O. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, shit, that was an O. I need C. K. D on. Ah, shit. I need an O. Bloody hell. I can ignore them, because I only need an N now. Up. Oh. Ah, shit. Well, there goes my ends. Oh, never mind. Found it anyway. Beautiful.
I got it.
I feel like the creators are overestimating the capabilities of the gamer IRL skills.
The filming location must have been different too.
Nagita was the type of guy to say that Army is going to be a piece of cake because he 100% all the Call of Duty games. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I mean, to be absolutely fair, games do help at like hand-eye coordination, all that stuff. Yeah, no, that ain't true. But creators are overestimating the capabilities of a gamer. I mean, it depends on the gamer. I think like maybe not the average gamer wouldn't be Chiaki levels of psychic, but if they're the ultimate gamer, then they probably played more than a few detective games. No? So, I don't know, I'm just saying. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
Yep.
But the hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Oh. Oh, that makes sense actually. Okay, so a possibility that has nothing to do with Kazuichi. So if they took the monitor from the music venue to the hospital, to the conference room in the hospital, they still would have been able to broadcast to the other one because they were in the same building. So what they would then do is wait for us to leave to go to the body and then follow us with the camera and then just smash the camera in the music venue. Huh. Okay, so maybe Kazuichi doesn't have anything to do with this. Interesting. No joke, by the way, I've seen 15-year-olds unironically say they want to join the army because they master Call of Duty. Ugh. Imagine their shock when they do realize you wake up in 5 in the morning every day. You do a shit ton of exercising and cleaning. Yeah, and your daily routine basically involves people yelling at you constantly. Yeah, sounds like great fun. Anyway.
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? Well, I'm starting to think that they moved it. Oh, another logic dive. Okay. Boop. Boop. Beep. Alright, let's go. Mushroom Zone. Take me home to the peak. To Peaches Kingdom. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? The camera. Yeah, the camera. Whee. Oh shit! I missed that. Okay. Oh! Oh, come on, game. Come on. That is so tight. I mean, I'm holding down A, so maybe that's not helping, but still. I'm holding down the speed up button. Whee. Alright, come on. There you go. Can I have the next one? Okay. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? At the music venue. The doy. Ooh, this is trippy. This is real trippy. I like this. Zoom. Zoom. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't see that one. Oh, shit. Okay. Not paying attention for like half a moment. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera units? They took it with them. Oh, nice. You have like 40 more minutes of trial. Oh, really? By overestimating the gamer skills that Chiaki learned how to be an investigator by playing mystery games. Yeah. Mumbling until he finds out the answer. Now he's just jamming out to the music. Like everybody can see it. He's just dancing in his own little world, just going. And everybody's just looking at him going. He does this every trial. Every single one. Then suddenly he has the answer. What is he doing?
It's all coming together.
And then he just screams, "It's all coming together!"
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue.
It took me way too long to come to that conclusion, by the way.
It was a live feed from the venue when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes. At least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
He's default
That
dancing in the
means
stand.
you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Oh, should it, Akane?
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Murder
true,
making sense to you?
but
Yeah, most of it.
in order
The only
to
thing
hide
that
the camera
I'm not
was missing,
100%
the killer
on.
did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
The only thing that I'm not 100% on is who the actual killer is, but I understand exactly what happened. Well, most of it, yeah, 90%. But it's just who did it. That's the problem. And my original idea that it was Sonia and Kazuichi, I mean, that took a blow because the way that they did it with the camera now, it doesn't need to be Kazuichi at all, I don't think, except for the glue thing. He's the only one who would have knowledge of that. So, I don't know, I'm still saying Sonia, but we'll see. The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was... remaining monitor. Destroyed it?
I see!
Is that one? Yeah? Okay. Cool.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
Yeah.
My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
Huh. Okay.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
If he doesn't blow his own horn. Which means, even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place, inside that building. Please not another Hangman's. Oh, piss off. Oh, I hate this one. Okay, I'm gonna say... Conference? C-O-N-F-E-R-E-N-C. Yeah, let's go with that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Need an end, please, Karen. Need an end, please, Karen. Come on. There you go. Need an F. Come on. Well, at least they're going slow this time. But that's a good and a bad thing. Because I'm impatient. They hit you with the triple or even the quadruple Hangman's Gambit. I know. Starting to get on my nerves now. Knee, come on. Hey, found it. No, I need a C. Can I get a C? No. Man. And Good. Come on. Come on, need double R's. Double O's now. Thank you. Like 007, except more boring. Beautiful. Now an M, and I am sorted. I think you can record with some help. Hold down the focus button. Oh shit, I missed that one. Can I? Nope. No, you can't. That is apparently a skill. I'm okay. I got this. I got this in the bag, son.
It was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? The conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
Handles, bitch. To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make clear what that work was. Curtain and candles. You do got this. Aw. Thank you, Firewall. Thank you for the faith. The music venue curtain. Thank you.
There's no way the conference room
Now I just have to jam it to
and the
music.
music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Should have
Or did the
Kazuichi.
music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed
Huh.
up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Okay. Hajime is in between Mahiro and Kyoko. Yes. He's cock blocking. Which one has the cock though?
There's no way the
You have to
conference
ask.
room and the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
I think
Or
there
did
was
the
a
music
set.
venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
No, not some kind of set, huh? How do they make it? I mean, that makes sense.
There's no way the conference and the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations.
Maybe
Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
all three of them. All three of them. Yep, correct answer.
no way the
Okay, so hang on a
conference room
second.
And the music venue look the same.
No, it has to be the music
Which place
venue
resembled
curtain.
the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Well, I
Or did
missed
the
that
music
one.
venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
No, not that one. Okay. Bleh.
Damn it!
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
It's the conference room looks like the music venue, I
still
think.
can't believe Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Oh wait, hang on. Maybe it's the last one actually.
There's no way and the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference
Yeah, no,
room
none
or
of
did
these
the
really
music
make
venue-
sense, except for the set thing. I'd argue
I
that the
still
set is
can't
correct.
believe he mixed up the filming
Let's go with this.
locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
No? Bloody hell.
Damn it!
Okay.
There's no way the conference
Those are if you get
room
100 messages, right? Yeah, something like that,
and
yeah.
the music venue
It
look
doesn't
the
actually do
same.
anything, as far as I
Which
can
place
tell.
resembled the other?
Okay, let's
Did
go
the
with this one
conference
then.
room look like the music venue?
No?
Damn it!
I could argue that I'm
There's
stupid.
no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Huh.
Which place resembled the other?
Well, this is a stumper.
Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
No, nothing happens. It's just a message that appears. I can't turn it off or anything, I don't think. Doesn't do a thing.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the
I
other?
don't get this then.
Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Okay, let's try
Or did the
the...
music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it.
Oh, that's the one. What? Really?
What the killer did was
That was
make
weird.
the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room.
Okay. You improve the game, you aren't
They did
stupid
that
by
by
trying to
using the
shoot
black
saying
curtain
you're
hanging
stupid.
at the
I mean, you
back of
failed
the
the game.
stage.
Goes, are you mad, bro? Pretty much, yeah.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident,
Yeah, I guess that does make sense, actually.
it somehow
I forgot
became a
about that
plain
flashy
black
curtain.
that didn't seem to be the right size.
Hmm. Okay, fair enough, game. Fair enough.
That's right. It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Don't consent with Kazuichi.
Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so
Manomi!
it looked like a conference room.
Language!
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
How on earth would anybody know that? Like, seriously. How on earth? Listen, I spent 6 years studying in my middle school, high school place. They were the same place. I can't tell you what the bloody floors looked like. Even if you asked me then, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I spent 6 years there. Like, what did he do? Glance into the room once, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
Oh, thanks, Akane.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
The lighting. Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. Where is it? Where's the candle? Where's the candle? Where is it? Yeah. There's the candle,
I
boy.
can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming.
Killer did nothing but complicate the
That's
murder
why
for
the killer
themselves.
used a candle as
Pretty
film
much, yeah.
lighting instead.
Yeah, and just made it so much more
Which
obvious
means-
for us.
Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Ew.
If I'd found proof that evidence in
Sure,
the
Hajime
conference
was
room was
protagonist
altered,
would have noticed
we
the
would
different
have reached an
floorboards.
answer
Without
sooner.
Chiaki. Yeah. They have the power of plot
But it
armor
appears the killer already
on
covered
their
that
side.
up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
Mm-hmm.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime.
Not really.
You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
What? What are you saying, Sonia? Have you gone nuts? I feel like I've heard Bayside cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room?
What? That peasant at the diner, he didn't pay his check. He's the peasant who I saw leaving the city who disappeared into the crowd with Cusco on the back of his cart. He must have taken him back to his village, so if we find the village, we find him. And if we find him, we find Cusco. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yzma! Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yzma!
Then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
I'm recently watching a lot of Kronk being Kronk compilations. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good way to spend your time. Pretty entertaining.
No, that's not possible.
Nah.
Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. What does that tell you, Hajime? Which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been the Ibuki in the conference room. Yes.
I see.
Just double checking, making sure.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. Does that mean we have a pretender amidst ourselves? I believe so. One who set a trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
See, something's tickling me now in that... It could be Fuyuhiko and Mikan. Could be them. I don't know.
The reason the killer made a fake video.
That's a good question, actually. Hang on. The reason the killer made a fake video. It was to mess up the times. To give themselves an alibi. To give themselves an alibi. If it's to give themselves an alibi, the killer made a bad fake apology on YouTube. Kill them. Hang on. If it's to give themselves an alibi, then it would make sense that it would only be the people who had an alibi, which would be me, and it's obviously not me, and Mikan. Because what's the point in changing the time of the incident if you're not going to have an alibi for when the incident occurs? Oh shit. The killer's Fuyuhiko and Mikan, isn't it? The killer's Mikan with Fuyuhiko helping, isn't it? Oh shit.
There's only one possibility I can think of.
Well,
And if I examine that
I got there
possibility
eventually.
thoroughly,
Got there eventually.
then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. Why would it ever be McCann? A mercy killing? I'd say. I like how there's an empty spot here where Nekomara should be as well. Yeah. Yeah, mercy killing sounds about right. They didn't want to see everybody suffer. I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
You're the only one!
I'm not wrong.
Nikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
Shit. Well. Shit. What if the killer sit in your face like McConnell would probably end up doing? Yeah. Well. There goes the subby girlfriend. I'm gonna put a cut in this video then. Thank you very much for watching. I am now heartbroken. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that stuff. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Damn it. Damn it. I should have spotted that. I should have realized. Well, no, to be fair, I didn't really know where... No, I'm going to actually talk about that in the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. My name is Karen, aka Garenby, and when we last left off, we found out that the Sussy Baka was, in fact, McCann all along. We think. As Fireball has just now said, nothing is set in stone yet. It could be wrong, but it is looking likely. But here's the thing. So I was beating myself up, and I realized that it's not really my fault that I didn't get it. Kiran wa warukanayo ne. You see, I didn't actually know what everybody's alibi was. You know? Like I didn't know where everybody was at midnight or anything like that. But if everybody's... So that information only came out during the trial. So it's not actually my fault that I didn't realize. It is kind of my fault that I didn't realize at the time, but at the time I was thinking about other stuff, like how to win the game. So, yeah, I realized it by myself, and I realized it pretty much before the game meant for... I figured it out when the game meant for me to figure it out, so it's fine. But anyway, nothing's set in stone yet. She ain't dead yet, boys. And she can't die until she sits in her face. So let's see where this goes, shall we?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone?
That's not made for you to figure out the killer in the first 20 minutes like you've been doing for a long time now.
We're the only ones. Thanks to
True.
that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Nikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room.
Is that true? I don't know that that's true.
Is that also a coincidence?
Why would she be the only one? Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then, if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room.
Well, there's no reason somebody couldn't have already been there waiting.
That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. 25
minutes of Slubby Girl crying. Well, that sounds like a fun video on a specific kind of website, but in this, I feel like it's going to be more pathetic than anything.
By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
You're only there
so
like
it's
3 seconds.
That someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Look at the ass on that black and must be McCann.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, McCann.
Hang on a sec. What was that? So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film. So it could obviously be somebody who went to the hospital before they did. This is... Yeah, anyway. Both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Well, we shall see.
It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
What if you killed somebody in a medical accident?
Not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft
You can't kill Hyoko. Wonder why.
Even I can't deny that.
Yeah. I mean, Hyoko isn't really the issue. The issue is kind of Ibuki. Like, Hyoko was bullying her basically from the start, and even though she says that she would win first place in a tournament for social punching bags, that doesn't mean that she would enjoy it. Doesn't mean that she likes it, or that she isn't the kind who would try and get back at the person doing it. So, it's Hyoko isn't really the mystery. It would be Ibuki. But if she thought of Ibuki as a mercy killing, if she just hated seeing Ibuki acting completely brainless and all that, then that would make sense as well.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
I could challenge
Hey,
McCann's
Hajime.
title as the ultimate social punching bag. Yeah. Everybody has times when they feel like that, I guarantee you. Especially me. Well, no, not especially me, but including me. Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Yep. Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? Nah. No, in fact, it would be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Hmm? Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
Oh, shut up, Nikita.
What are you saying?
It's away from calling the con a
But
female in a red gold
There's
phone.
definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Oh,
Are
is
you
it,
serious? I've been so focused on everybody else this trial.
It's Nagito Ex Machina.
I guess
Wonderful.
now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Yes, it is.
Actually, this is a game.
Yep.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Is he gonna say me?
That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Does the
Let's
gun seem
take
to
a
act
look,
cute right now to
shall
avoid
we?
further questioning? Yeah.
Regarding
Sounds
the
about
rope
right.
Ibuki was dangling from. This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Hmm.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
It does seem quite frayed.
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
Those ropes. Okay.
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that
The
one.
center of
That
the
makes
rope
sense.
is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Hmm.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
Then fashioned
then
a noose and strung her up.
I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Well, I can think of two things. One, there would be scratch marks on their hands from having to pull the rope. Two, it would have to be someone very, very strong to pull the rope. Those are the only two things I can think of. Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true? Rope used for hanging. Let's stick with the rope used for hanging for now.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Oh.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Hey, how's it going, Zach? Welcome back, welcome back. One more day and then you can change your Twitch name again. Welcome back. Glad to have you here.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
Didn't die from
She
hanging.
was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Look different.
Scars? You mean the
Okay.
rope burn, right?
Look different might be
But we believed
Echo.
it was from a hanging.
I'm
Why
definitely
would
not
that
Echo.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too.
I'm actually a little
It
bit
never
lost.
specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
I misunderstood. You are. I am not Echo.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
I think I need to take
The
this.
scars they leave would look different too.
Scars?
They look
You mean
different.
the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
No. Okay.
Crap.
Ibuki didn't die
I'm
from
outside
hanging.
waiting for a friend, but I don't know if they'll come now.
She was
Aww.
strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling
Maybe
seem
if I
similar,
took
they're very different.
The different
scars they
and
leave would look
tried it
different too.
on the strangled
Scars?
to death.
You mean the rope?
But we believed it. Why would that be? Did we fall for some? The body at the crime scene. What? Obviously, we'd assume it was.
The Monokuma file complicates. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
They have no Wi-Fi in their home. Knock on their door. Maybe. I don't know. No Wi-Fi in
Ibuki
their home.
didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
Nope, that was wrong. Okay. Stumbles so much with her words when she cries. No, if I think about it, Makan is surprisingly articulated when she cry talks. So that's weird.
Crap!
Ah.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
Okay.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
What if I did that? No. I think I'm going to lose
Ibuki
this one.
didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed
It has to
was
be
from
this
a
rope,
hanging.
or it has to be something else.
Why
I'm like,
would
you
that
might
be?
lose the game. Yeah, maybe.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too.
Oh.
It never
Oh, no, no, no,
specified
so
hanging
it's-
or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood
It's definitely
is to
not.
blame.
It's definitely not the first game over screen I've seen. Absolutely not. Be the first one this trial though.
Ibuki
Oh.
didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. the scars they leave would look different too.
What I
Scars?
said?
You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame. Whoever misunderstood is to blame. Whoever misunderstood is to blame. Oh! According to Mikan, there is no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Okay. So I do need to use the rope used for hanging. Hanging herself with this rope. Okay. Have you tried agreeing with Gundam? No. I
Ibuki
may,
didn't die,
though.
she was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, the scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Sure. Nope, that doesn't work. I get one more shot.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
It's definitely rope used for hanging.
She was strangled to death.
I think I did that.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different. Scars?
Different
But we
too.
believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Someone's
The
lie?
body at the crime scene was hanged.
Ah,
you know.
yeah, it must be.
Obviously,
It's probably
we'd-
someone's
Monokuma
lie then.
file, it never specified.
Mikan, Mikan lied. That's why. So let's go with that.
Ibuki didn't die. She was strangled to
That's basically the. Though hanging and the scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn?
But we believed it was from a hang. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
There you
That
go.
must be it.
Got it. Just with a sliver of health left.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Huh. So Mikan really did it. Interesting. There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see, I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
You consented with Kazuichi again?
You told us the wrong cause
I mean,
of
he's a
death.
handsome guy.
You lied, didn't you?
You should have.
Or
been
she's
able
the
to tell
accomplice, I guess.
difference between hanging and strangling. Just
Can't
by looking.
go until she sits on her face.
You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's
Hey.
why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
Akane won't cut it either because she's too buff. Hey! There is nothing wrong with buff girls, okay? Just saying that. Nothing wrong with it. Akane will do just fine. Got it? And I don't want to hear any more of this buff shaming. Anyway.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
Well, for a start, there would be ropes.
I'm not taking her
There-
side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
For a start, you would be able to see the rope scratches on the back of the neck as well as the front. So even I'd be able to notice that.
He's totally right. I'm
That there's something wrong with Akane, but she's not as soft as Mikan.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
I mean, look at that. Akane looks pretty damn soft to me too.
Don't
Just saying.
you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You're an attempted killer.
Wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
You can probably grind cheese on Akane's abs or sharpen knives. Sounds like a fun night to me. I don't know about you. You can sharpen my knife any day.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. Don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
And there she goes.
So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
You murdered someone.
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is
Yeah,
annoying.
just a little.
Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end. so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't.
What you can do, take that not fair, fair voice line, Mikan. Use some sort of a notification sound.
Wait.
Not a bad idea.
Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Yep, she's totally
Is
nuts.
this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Yeah, because I'm the chosen one.
So, I'm going to
I'm
read
the
this
chosen
to
one,
you
right?
once again.
Could it be... Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. If she's asking for forgiveness, then isn't that also admitting guilt? Why do you need forgiveness if you're not guilty? I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Is this a rhythm game? Hear that, Hammock? Chucky gave you the permission to find the hole. Okay, let me hear her testimony first. Okay?
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
Find the
who
hole.
could
I
have filmed that
can't.
video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
Yeah.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay. Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. Okay.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you. Who could have filmed that video.
What was McCann's account exactly? Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, McCann was with Hajime. The whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital, checked on everyone, and realized that Buki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Buki, she apparently met up with Hiko. Still, Chiaki, you're still looking for that hole. Actually, that is a bit of a weird thing. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. So why didn't Fuyuhiko see the camera? That's a little weird, but okay, I'll leave that alone. I don't think it's a huge thing. So,
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
hemp bag.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Hemp bag.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Maybe I need to take killer's mistake and point that at something. Oh, didn't mean that. Killer's mistake. I wonder if the bag. Because I am correct about the bag, I believe. Can I see the image better? No? I am correct about the bag. Maybe that's actually a crucial bit of evidence. Tight slippers. Gown. The can has a naturally deep voice. Yep, probably. That's probably well, no. To be fair, like she definitely has multiple personalities. Rope, the slippers. No, the rope and the slippers don't matter. Down. Where is it? This is making everything look kind of green as well. The only thing I can think of is the bag being on incorrectly. Okay.
I can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
No.
Ibuki and Mikan clear.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown, just from that video.
Could we tell literally anything about that from the hospital gown, or is it covering everything? Let's be certain here. No, it looks about right. Well, the hospital gown is making sure to cover her left arm. Kind of saying, just think about it. Glaring contradiction. Really? Again, is this whole murder making sense to you? I'm starting to lose it a little bit. There's a glaring contradiction. Think about it.
Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type.
So please forgive me already!
You want me to figure it out because it's really
Hajime,
cool?
pay
Okay.
close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch, don't think I'm away.
I'm not the killer!
Okay, so the question is, what is Ibuki saying that nobody else in the room knows except for me? Because I'm the one who watched the video. So what is she saying exactly? Where is it? Here. Is the hemp bag the proof? Is the hospital gown the proof? The slippers the proof? Just from that camera angle, just from the dim camera, just from the dim candlelight. Camera angle. Just from the dim candlelight. No, the candlelight came out in the video already. Or came out in the trial already. Camera angle. Hang on a second.
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Aww.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
Don't believe in you, thank you.
Who could have filmed that video?
Blood and souls,
Huh?
rope
Do
used
you
for
have any
hanging.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Camera angle.
So please forgive me already!
Camera
Hajime,
angle is
pay
off.
close attention and listen well.
The camera angle is
You're
very
the
off.
only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
How would she know about the camera angle? She would know about everything else, except maybe the hemp bag as well. There. But I feel like that's a little underwhelming for Firewall hyping up so much. Hemp bag. What is mistake?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag
I
on-
think
is the
that what I
hospital
need
gown-
to
or could it be
do,
the hospital-
Ibuki and
no
Mikan
matter
Is
what,
that really-
is
you could tell her
take
body type just from that
There's no way you'd be able to make out her.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime,
Is
you're the only
take
one who
this.
can point out the killer's mistake.
I think I need to do that no matter what. Because nothing else makes sense.
I'm not the killer!
And I'm running out of
We
time,
can't
so I
think of
need to make a
anybody else
choice.
Other than you.
Who
could have filmed that video?
Huh? Do you have any proof?
The camera angle is off.
Is the hemp bag on her
How
head
should you
the
know about the
proof?
small details I didn't see, so I filmed the
Is
video?
the hospital
Exactly.
gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your... You could
Yeah,
tell
let's
her
go.
body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Oh, I missed.
Just from that dim
Dead.
candlelight? There's no way you'd be... So please
Hajime, you're the
Okay.
only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Yeah, alright. I actually have to get to it because the clock is running down.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slippers?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Done.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
It wasn't really that big of a mistake, though. Like,
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
is petroleum getting to you?
What's wrong with that?
Maybe.
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Well, to be fair, it would be an easy thing to guess.
Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole.
Well, because McCann played herself and you yourself didn't
Didn't
notice it
you?
for like 10 minutes. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh? Huh?
Okay, yeah. Continue.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
Hmm.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
Hmm.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Yeah, only one person is allowed to get it. But that person got two.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
Oh dear.
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible.
I'm
Don't
guessing this
you
is going to be
think?
the
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer.
So you'll forgive me, right?
I don't think you could just assume the camera angle from a video you've never seen. Maybe a video was shot from the corner of the room.
Then you're
The
gonna
bottom,
forgive
the
me?
ceiling.
I won't stop until you forgive me!
Well, you can in this case because oh shit. You can assume that because like you can assume that the person who made the video is trying to be would be like you can assume that they're not like Christopher Nolan. You know, you can assume that they're probably on the ground. Okay, and if they're on the ground, then they need to show the they need to show a couple of things. I thought you were supposed to be a SOBG, yeah. Yeah, now she's trying to be our Dom, and I'm not really into that. Like you can assume that they were on the ground, that they at least had their feet on the ground because they're not getting on a bloody ladder to go up. You can also assume that they're looking at the stage with the black curtain and the wood floor on the bottom because we talked about both of those things. So you can assume that they're not literally on the ground. So you can assume that they're basically head on. So it's and you can also assume that you can't see the pillars or anything like that because they would be a dead giveaway that it wasn't in the music venue because that's not where the video was shot. So it has to be dead center. It has to be on or close to the ground, and on or close to the ground, and it can't be close to the ground because it needs to be able to see the what's it called? The stage floor. So yeah, you actually have a pretty good idea. Seem tired? Do I? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I'll be wrapping it up soon anyway because I have to. I have to go somewhere at 7. So, or before, even better. So I'm probably not going to do the epilogue to this trial. I'll just finish it off. It's time for the third panic talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You'll no longer be able to make do with just the B button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need 1 bullet to destroy 1 remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the B button. You will be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the X button to reload. Okay. Number of bullets refreshes based on how well you kept the tempo. Your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. Your difficulty level is set to gentle, you do not need to reload. Okay. Good luck and have fun. You can probably have the time to finish the closing arguments. Yep.
That's why that
I'll probably
is impossible for
watch the trial itself. Or watch the execution.
Has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. My least favorite parts of any Danganronpa game. Guaranteed.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me.
You failed! Hooray! Yep. See that coming a mile away. Yeah, let me just fast forward past all this. Ding 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 ding, it was me all along. Make Mikan saying ha 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 because that's a voice line, some sort of notification. Yes, let's retry it. Can you have on Twitch? A fair few. But not many of them are used because
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me?
come on, kill her before this runs out, please. I don't want to play this game anymore. I really don't like it. Come on, finish it. Thank you.
One back. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Feature bonus prize.
This is the end.
Oh, thank you. Bloody hell. I really hate that minigame.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to beat customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize.
Danganronpa. No, thank you.
Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why?
Hey, Kyo Aminaru, the ultimate singer. Nice to meet you, Kyo. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Amok, we have a new person in chat, mate. Yeah, I can see him.
After I go over your
Firewall.
crime from the beginning,
I can
I'm
see
sure
him,
that you have no
Jeremiah.
arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Closing arguments. All right. So, what's that? Breaking the drumstick. Oh yeah, right. Okay. So 2 step ladders. What's after the surveillance camera? Killer ripped off the music venue's wallpaper. They did? The ripped piece on the batten lighting. Okay. Poor McCann. Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of messed up, huh? So he sees him leave. Okay, so it's not that one because that's a copy of that. What's up the surveillance camera? Huh. Also, ever notice that sparkling justice is supposed to be like Sailor Moon? Yes, I did notice that, yeah. Not not really my forte, put it bluntly, but yeah, I did notice that. So drumstick, this... Ah, yes, they rip away the wallpaper there, but this scrap gets left behind. So now we should get an entirely new set, yeah? Oh no, wait, what? Breaks the drum. Oh no, wait, hang on. No, that isn't the same as that. Okay, so this one goes here. Beautiful, new set. Keep in mind you can press the question mark to get a clue. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That's why did they break the drumstick, by the way? I forgot. In order to make it look like they locked the door from the inside rather than the glue that was actually used. Is this glue right here, as it happens? So this one needs to go back all the way here. Actually, I can just do this. I forgot about that. Jeez. Okay, so that's there. The broadcast. Good. He takes off the bag. She takes off the bag.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
That's everything?
The key to this incident is the surveillance
Do you say
camera
Amos
video that
catchphrase
only
on
I
accident?
saw.
I think I noticed that, yeah.
That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime.
McCann, why'd it have to be
When I went to the
McCann? I
hospital
really
with
wanted it to be
Nick on the
Sophie.
I noticed a specific
Really
thing
did.
in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
This is a really short case. That was faster than I remembered, yeah. It
When I
seems like it
switched
should
on
be
the
longer.
monitor, what appeared on screen
It's
was
really very straightforward.
a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The
I
killer
don't think
brought the
you can
music
see the
venue
execution.
camera the night
McCann's
before
going to
and made
explain
the
herself for a while.
preparations in advance.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll finish
Then,
it just
they
before
filmed
the
that video in the hospital conference room.
the execution.
By doing so,
Echo's
they
voiced
tried
by
to make me
Sarah
think
Milne's
the
voice.
incident was happening in real
Really?
time,
Huh, didn't know that.
when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Dun dun dun.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But That was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene.
Per Hyoko and Ibuki. Yeah,
The
I
surveillance camera
agree.
the killer used was originally brought from the
I
music
still have
video,
no idea about the
but
motive. Like, the best I could get was it was a
they
mercy
brought it.
killing
They made sure to
on
destroy its
Ibuki,
monitor before.
and Hyoko was just there, and
They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene.
and Mikan just decided to take the moment, seize the moment, and kill Ibuki
In
as
the
well.
end, the killer transformed
That's the
the
best I
crime
can
scene
come up
into a
with,
closed
but
room.
I have no idea, really.
They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside.
Because the despair virus. Ah.
In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open.
Interesting. Okay.
With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Oh. Results. Alright. Well. Wait, what? Logic kind, action kind. I was confused by that before. That is medium. That is medium difficulty. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. Weird. Okay. Fair enough.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to
Okay.
our regularly scheduled voting time.
Okay, so I think Fireball was in fact correct. I do need to go, so I will be putting a cut in this video for YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that stuff. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Yeah. No, I can't. I can't. Ooh. Yeah, I can't do it. Gentle is easy. Yeah. It's so annoying. I was confused by that so many times. Yeah, I do need to go. So I will be saving it and putting a cut. Sorry. It's okay. I mean, I was about to find out anyway. And honestly, I think I did mention at some point during the case that if she got the virus, then she would basically become a psychopath, which would be interesting, since it makes people act as their opposites. So I think I did notice that at some point, but I didn't really put it together that that's exactly what was happening. Pick a voice actor in Japanese is Sailor Moon. Ah, very, very cool. I never watched Sailor Moon. Know nothing about it. But it's cool. It's pretty cool that they they brought in that voice actor and then made them do a Sailor Moon impersonation. That's very cool. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Kyo, Firewall, and Zach. Saw you in here earlier. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it tons. Cliffhangers are indeed the hammock way. Absolutely. Alright, hope we see you all again. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.